Ladies and gentlemen, today we are diving deep into the latest developments in Nigeria's fight against banditry. The government has taken bold steps, and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is showing that he is serious about security. Communities across the northern states have long suffered from the attacks, kidnappings, and extortion carried out by armed groups. The fear and insecurity have affected lives, families, and the economy. But now, there is a visible shift in how the government is responding, and people are starting to feel the impact. The recent military operations are unlike anything we have seen before. The Nigerian armed forces, backed by intelligence and modern technology, have targeted key hideouts and operational centers used by these criminal groups. These are not random strikes. These are precise actions aimed at dismantling the very backbone of bandit networks. Villages that have been under constant threat are beginning to see a change. Residents are reporting reduced attacks, and there is a cautious sense of relief in areas that have long been terrorized. Now, you should hit that like button if you want to support getting real news and updates like this. And make sure to subscribe so you never miss the full story as it develops. The government has also set clear deadlines. President Tinubu has publicly stated that these operations must be effective and results should be seen by the end of this year. This is a strong message to the criminals and also a signal to the people that their safety is a priority. When the president sets such goals, it creates pressure but also demonstrates commitment. Local communities and leaders are watching closely. Some northern leaders are expressing concern because these actions are reshaping power dynamics and impacting local networks that have existed for years. It is understandable why some may feel uneasy. When the state takes decisive action, it can disrupt both illegal and informal systems that have become part of the social landscape. But the focus remains on the citizens, the families, and the communities that need protection the most. Every action taken by the security forces is aimed at creating safer environments for children, farmers, and traders who have endured years of violence. Remember to like this video if you value clear updates on national security, and subscribe to stay informed with every important development. The progress is not just in military action. There is a clear push for intelligence-driven strategies, surveillance, and community engagement. The government is combining technology and local intelligence to track movements, understand networks, and prevent attacks before they happen. This proactive approach is beginning to show results. Roads that were once unsafe are becoming more secure, and people are starting to return to areas they had abandoned. We also need to understand the human element. Fighting banditry is not only about striking criminals. It is about rebuilding trust, supporting displaced communities, and providing opportunities for young people who might otherwise be drawn into criminal activities. When safety is restored, education and trade can resume, and lives can begin to recover. This is why it is crucial that every effort by the government is coupled with community support and social programs. Don't forget, hit the like button and subscribe, because this is the kind of news that impacts all Nigerians, and you want to stay updated on the real situation as it unfolds. Even as progress is being made, there are challenges. Sustaining military operations, ensuring civilian safety, and maintaining public trust require constant attention. The government must balance strong action with careful planning to avoid unnecessary harm. Civilian protection is key. Every strike is measured, and intelligence is used to minimize risk to innocent people. This careful planning is what makes current operations different from past efforts. The success of these operations also depends on the cooperation of local communities. Citizens have crucial knowledge about the terrain, the people, and the hidden networks. By engaging communities, the government can act faster and more effectively. Intelligence and community cooperation together form the foundation of a sustainable security strategy. Once again, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Every like and subscription helps us continue providing you with important updates. The impact of these operations is already being felt. Hostages are being rescued, attacks are being reduced, and there is a growing sense that the government is in control. Families that have lived in fear are seeing hope. Traders can move goods more safely. Farmers can return to their fields, and children can attend school without fear. This is real change, and it is happening now. The president's firm stance and clear timeline have sent a strong message not only to bandits, but also to the political establishment. Some leaders are concerned about the speed and scale of these operations because they challenge established patterns. But the priority remains clear: the safety of citizens and the restoration of peace. As we go deeper into what is happening, it is important to highlight the role of intelligence and technology in these operations. The Nigerian government is now relying heavily on surveillance systems, drones, and real-time monitoring to identify bandit movements and strongholds. This is not just about brute force. It is about precision, planning, and using modern tools to stay ahead of the criminals. These steps have already disrupted supply lines and reduced the ability of bandit groups to coordinate attacks. And this is why you should like this video and subscribe if you want to understand how security operations are changing the face of Nigeria. We want everyone to stay informed and aware of the real developments on the ground. Another major point is the political and social impact. For decades, insecurity in the north has been more than a security issue. It has been tied to local influence and power structures. Some leaders may feel threatened because the government's aggressive actions are changing the old dynamics. But this is a necessary step. Protecting citizens and creating stability cannot wait for political convenience. Families, children, and businesses need safety first. At the same time, the government is making sure that the gains are sustainable. Military action alone cannot solve banditry. There is a parallel focus on community engagement, social support, and development projects. When people see tangible improvements in their daily lives, safer markets, schools operating normally, better movement, they are more likely to cooperate with authorities. This cooperation is crucial because it strengthens intelligence gathering and reduces the ability of criminals to hide in local communities. I want to remind you again, hit the like button and subscribe. Your engagement allows us to continue bringing you these updates in real time. Now, let's look at some of the outcomes so far. Recent operations have resulted in the rescue of hostages, including children and women who had been held in remote areas. This is a major win for the government and sends a strong signal to criminal groups that kidnapping will not go unchallenged. It also restores hope to families who have been living in fear for months or even years. The presence of government forces in formerly unsafe regions is helping to rebuild trust. When people see soldiers patrolling and intelligence teams operating in their towns, it reassures them that change is possible. But this is a delicate process. Civilian safety must always come first, and every step is carefully planned to avoid unintended harm. Remember, like this video and subscribe, because every day brings new developments in this security situation, and staying informed matters to everyone. It is also worth noting that the government's firm stance has already influenced the behavior of some northern leaders. While there may be concerns, many are beginning to publicly support the government's actions. Their support is important for coordination and for ensuring that local communities comply with security measures. Cooperation between federal authorities and local leadership is essential for long-term success. We should also discuss the social impact. Reducing bandit attacks means that people can return to their jobs, schools can operate normally, and trade routes can reopen. When communities regain stability, economic activity increases, and young people are less likely to be drawn into crime. This is a long-term solution, not just a temporary fix. I want you to like this video and subscribe right now if you understand the importance of these operations and the changes they are bringing to communities across the North. Another key point is the role of deadlines. President Tinubu has set clear expectations that the security forces must show results by the end of the year. This urgency creates pressure, but also shows commitment. People are beginning to feel that the government is taking their safety seriously, and this restores confidence in leadership. It is clear that a lot is at stake. Success will strengthen the government's credibility, improve the lives of millions, and reduce fear in the North. Failure, on the other hand, could embolden criminals and undermine trust. Every step is critical, and the government appears determined to achieve meaningful results. As we continue to watch these developments, it is clear that the combination of military action, intelligence, technology, and community cooperation is beginning to pay off. Hostages are freed, attacks are reduced, and people are cautiously returning to normal life. The government's strategy is deliberate, targeted, and professional. I remind you again, like this video and subscribe so you can stay updated with real news and important developments as they happen. Even with these positive changes, challenges remain. Sustaining operations, ensuring civilian safety, and maintaining long-term stability will require constant vigilance. But the progress so far is encouraging. People are starting to see that the government is serious and that their safety is a priority. Looking ahead, the next few months will be crucial. The government must continue its operations, support local communities, and ensure that the gains made are permanent. Success will not only improve security, but also strengthen trust between citizens and the state. If you are following this story, you can already see signs of change. Safer communities, restored markets, functioning schools, and more stable daily life. These are real impacts that affect real people. Again, like this video and subscribe if you want to stay informed about every step in Nigeria's fight against banditry.